How's everybody doing? It is Sunday, Thanksgiving weekend, whatever that is. The weather here is absolute shit today, so there's no riding today. Maybe, hopefully tomorrow. Weather's supposed to clear up, but anyway, it's Thanksgiving. We're heading out to my parents for dinner, and I thought I'd do a quick video on a review video on this head that I purchased from APE Racing. First off, the stock head on these 06s 250X. It's not the head that's shit, it's the valves. I think I've explained that in different videos that I've done before. It's the valve systems. They're titanium valves. The valves, the coating on them, they just mushroom, and the valve starts coming up into the head, up into the head. Other videos I've done, I've showed you how to shim them. I was pretty well down to the last legs on shimming. So I waited out having the bike down for 6 weeks, 2 months maybe, something like that, to get all the machining done. There's a company in Vancouver, they're about the only ones that do it. I think there's one company on the island, but I'm not 100% sure. So you'd have to take your head off, send it away. So I did a whole ton of research, and what I came up with was this aftermarket head from APE Racing, aperacing.com, or apraceparts.com, whatever, you can find them online. This thing's incredible. It comes with all stainless steel valves, stainless steel springs, titanium keepers. I've got, I did this in mid-August. I believe there's a video. My bike was down for 2 weekends. I did manage to get out one of those weekends. I borrowed the old lady's bike and went for a ride on it with another buddy. So yeah, basically one weekend to ride, and I was down since the middle of August. I haven't even had the valve cover off of this thing since I put it on there. It's been very reliable. They said that there might be a little bit of a performance decrease. I don't know, maybe I'm not a good enough rider to notice it. I don't know. I like to think I'm an okay rider, but who knows. I didn't notice it. Mind you, I did put a fresh piston and rings when I had the head off. I thought, why not? I would imagine this would have been the stock piston, and the bike at this point had I think about 120 hours on it, something like that. So while you're in there, you might as well do it. Like I said, I have not even had the valve cover off of this thing. It's just been going. And I've ridden every weekend since the middle of August, and now we're, the middle of October. I've ridden for 2 months every weekend flawlessly. Either put gas in it, check the oil, change the oil, whatever you need to do. Keep the chain oil, away you go. So anyway, I would highly recommend this product. APE definitely does not sponsor me on this. Nobody's paying me to say this. This is from my own knowledge, my own looking into stuff, checking around, checking everything out, asking opinions. Thumper Talk is a good website to go on to. It's basically a forum where you can bounce things off other guys too, right? And one of the guys on there, I can't remember who it was. There's lots of guys on this Thumper Talk though. But yeah, so this guy recommended me to check into these things. And so I did a little bit of research, and that's what I decided to go with. There is other ones. Cylinder Works is another one that comes to mind. There's a few out there, but the reason I chose to go with these guys, plug and play. There was nothing. All you got to do is pull the head off. You got to reuse your cam and your cam buckets. And your timing chain, of course. They send you new bolts, new cam journals, everything. It's a plug and play unit. The only little bit of tricky part I had is that the head I was running before, being that I had shimmed it so many times, I had to chase the shimming a fair bit. So it only took me like couple hours of really chasing the shims down, and where I got it within the specs, which you'll find in your Honda manual for the CRF250X. Now this head is for, I believe it's an 04, I got some notes here, yeah, 04 to 07. Part number from APE Racing is H250HS-3. That's the part number right out of 04 to 07 CRF250X. And I believe they do work on the R as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that. You'll have to do your own research on that. But yeah, so, and then the only other things I've done to my bike since then, I had some plastics kicking around, some old plastics. I decided to throw those on there so I didn't beat the ever living shit out of my good ones. They're still pretty well mint with the stock factory decals on them and everything. These ones I don't care. You can break them, scratch them, skid them down a rock face, whatever you like. So anyway, yeah, APE Racing, aperacing.com, good company to deal with. It took a little while. I was shipping, it was about 6 weeks by the time I got it. Got held up in customs for a little bit. Duty was $103 and some change that I had to pay on top of that. The head itself was $625 US. I was just looking on their website this morning, and they've actually dropped their price. I believe they're $575 now. That's in US dollars, though. Don't forget. So the exchange rate, I don't know what it's at now, but yeah, I thought it was a pretty good deal. By the time I bought all the gaskets, everything else I needed to go along with it, some assembly lube. Don't really need it since we're running synthetic oil, but I used it anyway. So yeah, so all in all, I would say we were right in about $1,000 for a plug and play unit. Like I said, this thing's incredible. I haven't touched it. Haven't even had the valve cover off. It hasn't given me one inclination that it's not happy at all. You know, so I would highly recommend this. And you guys are looking at different things. Oh yeah, Phil from the UK. You were the one that was asking me in the comments to let you know how I like it and how I made out with this. So yeah, I was thinking of you when I making this video. So yeah, check out Thumper Talks. They're a good forum to check on. And like I said, go directly to APE. Phone them directly. They're out of Rosemont, California. Shipping will take a little bit. I have found another company in Canada. Never really tried buying any major parts off them, but they seem to be really good at shipping and decent prices if you want tires and everything. We're located here on Vancouver Island. I was buying tires off of Royal Distributing. They're like $100 for a good tire, like a Shinko 505 cheater. What else was there? There's the Ken the Trackmaster. I think I bought 2 of those. It was like $179 for 2 tires, or maybe a little bit more than that after tax, but somewhere in there. So yeah, and no, my bites aren't multiplying. We just got another little 230 here that was getting some work done on it. Friend of mine, his daughter, that's his daughter's bike, Madison. It was having some carb issues. It was leaking gas out of the air fuel mixture screw. So a simple little fix, just the O-ring was trashed in it. But yeah, nothing bad I can say about APE Racing. They did fine by me. And yeah, while we're on the topic of mentioning different people and things, you know, Thumper Talk, APE Racing, Royal Distributing, everybody's on YouTube these days, including myself, obviously. I am thinking I want to get some more subscribers and get a little bit more serious on doing these YouTube videos. We've been riding all summer. I have probably 30 videos on cards full of riding that one day when I get some time, I'll chop them all up and maybe make a video of just all our rides. I did post the one where I smacked my clutch cover, poked a hole in it. That was fun. Well, speaking of which, I did order a new one. A buddy of mine lent me his stock magnesium case. Jared there to use for the meantime. I fixed my old one up just as a spare, just in case. I will give Jared back his. Man, these are the stock magnesium cases. So I ended up going with a Hinson racing clutch cover. It's made out of T6 billet aluminum. Looks pretty sharp, and they've got a little bit of performance upgrade built right into just the clutch cover themselves. Yeah, it's the top hats that go on the underneath the pressure plate. They've got, when you pull the old pressure plate out, you take the pressure plate off, and there's a top hat underneath there. Well, this stock Honda one is just a flush top hat. Doesn't really help oiling the clutch or anything, but this one from Hinson, it's got a hole right through the center of it, and there's a little tab on the case in itself that pokes into there, so as the oil's flying around in there, it's splashing onto the side cover, and it actually drops down in this little valley and shoves it right into your top hat, and then it distributes the oil while the clutch is spinning, which is kind of cool innovation. I would have never thought anything like that, but this is why we buy these good quality parts. I mean, it costs you a little bit of money, but you know, that clutch cover was $200, just south of $200 US. So I mean, we're not talking small dollar items here, but quality is key, right? So, you know, I'll pay a few extra bucks for the extra quality, but yeah, and since we're dropping names, everybody's on YouTube. I already said that, but whatever. Yeah, so good dirt bike channels on YouTube. There's a couple good ones out there. One of my favorites that I watch all the time, don't know if you can see this or not, those guys right there. Here's a shout out to you guys, Dirty Mountain Goats. These guys are pretty awesome. They're pretty funny too. Bunch of buds just out riding like all of us, so go check these guys out on YouTube. They're freaking hilarious, and some good riders too, so yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, well, I think that's about it. Oh, here's the old head. I think I might have showed it to you guys already, but you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with the head itself. It's the valve train, you know, that these things were so lacking in. I think you can see that. But anyway, let's get a lot of miles on it, I would say anyway, you know. Oh, it actually, look, I've never noticed that before. It looks like this one's actually slipping out of its groove a little bit. So maybe this thing might have grenaded sooner than I thought. But maybe I'll get this one machined one day, and I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I think that's about it, guys. Yeah, check out the Dirty Mountain Goats, and yeah, Thanksgiving. Have a great Thanksgiving dinner, everybody. Enjoy some time with your family. Be careful though, we're still in this COVID thing, and it looks like it's ramping up again. So yeah, just be safe, have fun. Peace out.